Hello, my divinities. Welcome back. So, the Capricorn reading has already been done. If you are curious about that message, please go check it out. It's already been uploaded. We are now going to be focusing on the message for Taurus. Let's just go ahead and prepare our little space here. All right, cards have already been shuffled and cleansed, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's read number 35, which is the message for Taurus. And okay. The key word for number 35 is sunny. Oh, the joys of summer. Do as this dragon does. He is just a carefree little guy who moves from flower to flower, absorbing the sweetness of life. Embrace the light and the warmth and the beauty of summer all around you. Summer represents the full bloom of life. You are entering a time when life has much to offer you. You can expect opportunities to open up in all the different areas of your life. Wear your rose-colored glasses and see everything from a loving point of view. This is a time for excursions and adventure. It is a time to meet new people and to join with friends for good times. Whether it is actually summer or not, allow yourself to move into the feeling of summer. Mentally cast a golden sunny glow around your body. Envision yourself radiating bliss. Know that things are going to work out well for you if you just stay in a sunny attitude and go with the flow. Okay, so let's see how that connects to Taurus. How does this message connect to Taurus? How does this message connect to Taurus? Okay, so we're starting off with the Prince of Winter, which is like the Knight of Swords, intellectual, determined, focused, impulsive. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problems, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. And then we've got the Eight of Autumn, which is like the Eight of Pentacles. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeships. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. Okay. Taurus. What's the energy for Taurus? The Princess of Summer, which is like the Page of Cups, gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced, a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Six of Autumn, Six of Pentacles. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. The Chariot. This is a major arcana. Number 7, success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. Celebrating your accomplishments, being in the spotlight. And last but not least, Queen of Summer, which is the Queen of Cups, loving, comforting, emotional, intuitive. Listen to your heart. Intuitive insights you can trust, taking care of others, perhaps too much. All right. And then the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Winter, which is the Ten of Swords. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. Along with the Five of Winter, walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. The Sun, okay. Balance, which is Temperance. Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, nice. Okay, so this is fantastic. Overall, I feel like you are moving into a much more positive, optimistic state of mind, a much more sunny energy. If you had been, let's say that you had been a little down recently, or you had been struggling accepting a certain thing in your life, I feel like that's past now. And I'm only saying that because the Ten of Swords is here. So you have ended something. You have decided that's enough of that, whatever that is. And so you feel a lot more like a weight. That's similar to Capricorn. That came out for Capricorn too, like relief. This is more about, a huge weight being lifted off your shoulders. So for some of you, this is possibly letting go of a certain addiction. If you had been, and when I mean by addiction, I'm not saying like an actual addiction, because I don't see that here. Although for some of you, that could be it. I feel like the addiction is more like a habit. Like, let's say you were in the habit of overthinking, or you were in the habit of, staying stuck on the past. One leads to anxiety, one leads to depression. Or if you were in the habit of procrastinating, or you were in the habit of, you see what I'm saying? Like, there was a certain habit that you kept repeating, and it was an addiction, because it's like your mind had created these little pathways, and this is just what you did. You're just used to it. And you're breaking that. You're realizing, no, that's not serving me. So I feel like you're very focused and very determined, or you were very focused and very determined to find a solution to this problem. You're like, I need to be decisive. I need to change. And you're seeing the results. It's almost like, I'm personal experience. I'm going to share, because I'm a Taurus moon, right? So I can share my own personal experience, especially in this situation. I used to be very, I would use the Taurus moon energy to like try to predict what was going to happen, because I didn't like, sudden changes. I don't like surprises. But that would also lead me to a lot of anxiety and paralysis analysis, because then I was always trying to control the future. I was always trying to prevent and delay, instead of actually taking action for what I wanted. So it's kind of like, if we're thinking financially, that's in the energy of focusing on what I don't want instead of what I do want. So it would put me in the energy of, if I was worried about a bill and how I was going to pay it, that worry was repeating in my head over and over. And so all it would put me is, I would create more worry, right? I wouldn't really get me in the energy of what I wanted. And when I realized that and I shifted, I was like, okay, instead of worrying about what I don't have, I'm going to worry about what I do have. So instead of worrying about the bill that I'm not sure if I can pay, I'm going to worry about the ones, or not worry, but I'm going to think about the ones I already paid, show gratitude, which is showing up here with the Sun card, gratitude for blessings. And then it led towards, all of a sudden, this bill was able to be paid because I was creating more reasons to be grateful. Does that make sense? So it's like you may have cracked that code too. You're realizing, oh, I need to suddenly shift things. The way I was going is not where I want to go. I'm putting an end to that. I'm resolving this. You may have been doing research to be able to get there. But with Eight of Autumn, this is the reminder, okay? This is a reminder, long term. This is not, you may feel the effects right now, but this is not going to stick unless you turn this into a habit, okay? Whatever habit you used to have, you're breaking that, but I feel like you're just beginning this new habit, and you need to make this a daily thing. The Eight of Pentacles is something you do consistently, daily, over and over, until you master it, which is why it's connected to craftsmanship and long-term projects, because it's something you do over and over and over until it becomes ingrained in your brain that this is normal. And then when you don't do it, you feel uncomfortable because now it's a habit and your brain is asking, I need to go do this to be able to soothe myself. So with the Page of Cups, I think the fact that we have the Page of Cups, Queen of Cups here, this is a potential for you to realize that maybe these patterns, these habits that you were programmed with may have been in a time when you were very small. Maybe it had to do with a mother figure. Or this could be, maybe you were in a relationship. So for some of you, this will be like you realizing that your inner child picked up these habits from a mother. For others of you, it'll be realizing that maybe you put yourself in a relationship with someone who is way older or someone who is way younger, either way, and it just amplified these habits. Okay, that's just me, sorry. That's my little thinking noise. Because I feel like also it's improving your finances. it's improving your cash flow. Being in this energy is improving your daily life. Of course it would, but maybe you didn't realize that until now. But I do see you being very, not only do we see it here, right? Determined, focused, the need to act quickly and decisively. And then we see it here with the Chariot. Success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. So I see you being very like, this is where I'm going and I will not deviate from this path, which is fantastic. You're listening to your heart. You're opening yourself to embracing something new, but something that's very positive for you. Clarify Ten of Winter. Okay, so we got the Three of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Clarify Ten of Winter. The Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands, King of Swords, Two of Swords. This time around, I'm not really looking at these energies like people, although they could be. I feel like the energies that are showing up have a lot more to do with you, Taurus, than anyone else. So all these knights, pages, queens that are showing up, I feel like this is you. And this is good, but it's also a little overwhelming, I feel sometimes. It's good because it's like you're unveiling parts of yourself that you've always known are there, but maybe you had trouble tapping into. And I think something that could be helping, you may be around new people. Three of Cups, this could be new friends. You're around some new social circle. With the Page of Pentacles here, you're learning from, there's new people that you're learning from, but they're firing you up. So this is like proof of synastry. And you know how I've mentioned what synastry is. Synastry is when you take one person's natal chart and another person's natal chart and you layer them on top of each other, and then you see how they are influencing each other. So I feel like this is proof of it, because whoever your new social circle is, you're learning from them and they may be firing you up in some way. So I'm not sure which one of these energies is new to you, but one of these energies is new. Either one, the finding intellectual answers to whatever your habits were is new, or maybe being in touch with your emotions is new. Maybe being more focused, being more brave and fiery is new. Whatever it is, somebody's activating a part of your chart that you didn't have before. Or that maybe, okay, so this is the thing with, in our natal chart, there are going to be houses that are empty, that don't have planets. And a lot of people tell you that those don't count because you don't have planets there, which is not true. That only means that area of your life, that's how you deal with things, okay? But it could be that whatever this is like in your 12th house, or in your 8th house, or in your 4th house. It requires tapping into your emotion to be able to tap into that energy. And maybe you were really struggling with that. And whoever is coming around, they may have planets that fall in those houses that activate them for you. And so it makes it easier. Not that you didn't have that energy within you already, but it makes it easier because now you have somebody feeding that energy, because since they naturally embody it, it's like it rolls off of them. They radiate that energy in waves. And so it helps activate parts of you. And so I do see you being a lot more balanced, a lot more clear about things that maybe before you had been in denial about. Ultimately, I think that this is what you're aiming for this. I'm not sure you're there yet, but you're stepping into the Knight energy, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, to go towards the Queen of Wands, King of Swords. So I do see you have a goal in mind, and you're putting the blinders on. You're not letting anybody distract you, which is perfect. This is the correct way to use your Taurus energy. Because when a Taurus focuses on something, They're the bull, right? You cannot dissuade them. Clarify Prince of Winter. And this is the right way to use it because it's like learning new habits instead of staying stuck. Two of Cups, clarify Prince of Winter. Queen of Wands, clarify Prince of Winter. Page of Cups again. At the end, the Town. I really do think that the Unknown card is coming out because you had no clue. No, how do I put this? It's not that you are ignorant, and it's not that you are lacking in any way. But we do have to recognize that our chart, certain areas just spell, a lot of potential if we haven't conquered that area, right? That doesn't mean that we don't have it within us. It just means that maybe we may not have planets there, and that's a big challenge for us because our energy isn't concentrated there. We didn't really maybe get a lot of encouragement in that area of our life, or we didn't receive a lot of knowledge in that area of our life. And so you were kind of lost about how to do whatever it is that you are now doing. So there is someone around you that you see as a Queen of Wands. So now I am seeing this as a person outside of you because we have the Two of Cups. So this is someone that you may be working with. This is someone that you may be dating. It's someone that you may be friends with. But this is why this has become a goal, because now you see it. Whatever it is that you thought was impossible before, you're fired up because you see someone living this. This is not impossible. You may have even watched this person grow from a little seed to sprouting and blossoming to who they are now. So whatever it is that was your MO, whatever your normal pattern of behavior is, you're tapping into it because, see, this is, it could be a new relationship. So this could definitely be someone you're dating or someone that you're becoming friends with or someone that you just started working with. But for others of you, it's a new emotional experience. And this person might have shown you the importance of understanding your emotions, paying attention to your emotions, and how your emotions literally control everything you're doing in your life. So now that you know that, you're like, okay, now it's not unknown. Now I'm aware. I see the blueprint. I see the step-by-step how to get there, and now I'm following that step. Clarify Eight of Pentacles. Clarify Eight of Pentacles. Again, Eight of Pentacles. Okay. It's like I said what I said, bitch. Clarify Eight of Pentacles. Temperance. Seven of Cups. See, I just keep seeing you taking action, taking action, taking action. Even if it makes you uncomfortable, even if it's not what you're used to, you're just like, okay. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And the fact that the Eight of Pentacles is here twice is that you really are making sure to do it every day. So the key to building any habit when it's a new habit is, even if you're tired, even if it's not something you're used to, you're not focusing on how many times you have to do it to make it into a habit. You're not focusing on anything but today. What am I doing today? Today, I'm like, let's say that you are getting into the habit of drinking more water, okay? And you're not used to drinking water, but you want to start measuring it, right? Because once this is the problem with a lot of us, when we don't realize how little water we drink, and we need something to measure it with. So the normal minimum we should be drinking 8 cups, and 1 cup is 8 ounces, right? So minimum, we should be drinking about 64 ounces a day. And when we don't measure that, Like if we drink a cup of water here and there, we're not really measuring it. We're not aware that what we're really drinking is like 12 ounces a day or maximum 20 ounces a day. That's not a lot. Your body is not going to function well on that. So when you start measuring it, you start keeping track of, maybe you have a favorite cup and you know that that cup fits 8 ounces. One of those means you got 8 ounces off, right? But if you realize that you only drink 2 of those a day or maximum 3, you start keeping track of like, oh, wow, I need to work on this. So instead of thinking about how many that's going to take in a year or in a week or in a month, you're just like, today, I'm going to make sure I focus on 8 just today. And then you keep track of it that day. But you're not anxious because you're not worried about the future, and you're not depressed because you're not, reaming yourself over not doing it in the past. You're focused on today. That's how you build a new habit, because eventually every day adds up to months. That's how time passes really quickly. When we're focused on our day, our job, our appointments, our clients, whatever it is that we do, as long as you focus on that day, before you know it, the next year comes around, you're like, oh my God, the next year is here. That's how time flies by. So when you're trying to build a habit, don't worry about the next so many days. Worry about today. Don't try to stretch it out in your mind, because then you get anxiety. And then it feels really big and it feels like you won't be able to reach it. With temperance here, I do think you're doing this. Or if you're not, this is the advice. This is how you temper it. Don't go really hard. Like if you used to drink 2 cups of water a day, don't go into like, okay, now my goal is I have to drink 1 gallon or 2 gallons. You will not accomplish that. Chill out. Start with the basic. 8 cups a day is the basic. And if that's not something you're reaching, focus on that. And eventually, if you want to drink more, great, go for more. But for now, slow down. Don't overexert yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself. Because I think that this is 7 of Cups energy is really coming through, because I think that you're building up a vision of what you want. Whatever this is, whatever new habit you're building for yourself, you have a mental vision of what you want. And to accomplish it, you're taking action like, okay, if this is what I want, you're keeping this in mind. Every time you drink a cup of water, like if that's the habit, right? Remind yourself, go look up, literally Google the benefits of drinking, of being hydrated. What are the benefits of your body being fully hydrated? And then every time you drink water, repeat those benefits in your mind. Read them off. And every time that you forget to drink water, remind yourself what lack of water, what dehydration does to your body, so that you start associating a lot of positive energy with that. And I do think it'll get you into the vision you have in mind. And I brought that up because like keeping your skin hydrated helps with like aesthetically, it helps with like reducing wrinkles, it helps with stretch marks, it helps with a lot of things, because you're keeping your skin hydrated, you're keeping your body elastic. It also helps with like joint pain. It helps with a lot of things. Clarify Princess of Summer. And obviously it helps you to not be dehydrated and, dying. 5 of Pentacles. Help clarify Princess of Summer. The Fool. Yeah. With the 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. I don't think that nobody does this intentionally, right? But I do believe that you might have been stuck on 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords energy. And maybe you thought you were protecting yourself. Maybe you thought that staying in this mentality was like protecting you. It was keeping you grounded by reminding yourself the mistakes you made. It was keeping yourself realistic by reminding yourself, when you made the wrong choice, et cetera, et cetera. But all it was doing was keeping you stuck in like this really painful frequency. And so now you're healing that. You're realizing that reminding yourself of your mistakes and your sorrows and your guilt and your shame, that doesn't keep you grounded. It keeps you stuck in like cycles. You're not really healing that. You're not really processing it. So now you're processing it. You may be journaling, but it's giving you results. We see the Six of Pentacles twice. It's giving you results. It's whatever you're paying, whatever you're pouring into yourself is being it's paying you back. You're starting to see the payoff. Because this energy, it's not going to help you grow. And it, again, this is inexperienced energy, right? It just means that you didn't know that. Nobody taught you how to get yourself out of this. So now, whoever you're learning from or whoever you're paying attention to, with the Fool card, you're freeing yourself. You're doing the whole Elsa from Frozen thing, letting it go. And you're showing a lot of like fire, a lot of determination, a lot of courage in facing this. Clarify the Six of Autumn. Oh. Oh, damn. Ten of Swords. Okay. Clarify Six of Autumn. The Hanged Man and the Nine of Wands. Strength, Eight of Swords, the Moon. Taurus, you might have been in the energy of being the hero for other people somehow. Because this is something, anytime I get a client who has Taurus energy, I'll ask them, are you doing this just like, are you tolerating this because you can or because you should? Because sometimes, because Taurus has a really high pain tolerance or has a really high endurance, stamina, they will take on burdens and challenges that they can't, just because they can, not because it's their responsibility. And sometimes that turns into a weakness because then we're doing something just to prove that we can, instead of really asking ourselves, is this actually helpful to me or to anyone else? So with the Six of Autumn, I do think that you may have been doing this a little too much. And on one hand, with the Ten of Swords, you are ending it, right? Because that was the overall energy. But on the other hand, it also shows you that you are, especially paired with the Hanged Man, you were a little bit in victim mentality. Like you were blaming other people for you being in this predicament. And you're realizing, no. It's not about other people. It's that I allowed this to happen. So now with the Nine of Wands, you're learning boundaries. It's a magical word. It's a magical word. As long as we apply that magical word. You are gaining strength from realizing you are not a victim. You have never been a victim. You just didn't know any better. You didn't know how to protect yourself from certain things. You were possibly using methods, whatever you were taught to protect yourself was only like a Band-Aid protection. It wasn't like an actual healing mechanism. So now that you realize that, you're like, okay, I'm going to stop giving to situations that are not giving me back. And now you only invest in things that benefit. And that sounds opportunistic, but what I mean by that is, like, you're not going to take a job that doesn't pay you well. You're not going to be in a friendship where you're the person that's always there for that person. You're the one always cooking for them, cleaning for them, caring for them, and they never care for you. That's what I mean. Like, it's not about only looking for your benefit. It's about making sure that you're not taking advantage of. That's what I mean. Clarify the Chariot. Clarify the Chariot. Okay, just wanted to pop out. Got Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Empress, and Two of Swords. Overall energy, the Hierophant, the World, Queen of Swords. Again, for some of you, the Queen of Cups could represent a mother figure, and this could have been somebody that you saw as an authority in your life. Somebody who told you this is just the way the world is, this is just the way things are. For others of you, this could have been society, you just choosing to go along with certain things because your religion, your belief system said, this is how it goes. But again, I do see you opening your mind, being more receptive to seeing things from a different point of view. Especially with the Chariot. You're very, very dedicated to this new you. And I'm seeing a lot of self-discipline come from that. So with the Six of Wands, whatever you've accomplished now, it makes you feel really good. Like you're really like, yay, me. But in a good way. Like you're celebrating your wins. So even if it's like, let's say it's that, I'm just going to bring up the simplest thing, right? It's that water habit. You're celebrating. Every time you do complete your goal, you may do a little victory dance, or you may do something more like, okay, well now, because I completed that goal, now I can, drink something sweet, or I can drink something carbonated, whatever it is that you prefer. With the Knight of Cups, I think that you're kind of, if you used to be the person that was always like, well, I need to be realistic. I need to be realistic. I need to be realistic. You're realizing that there's a balance to things, right? It's okay to be realistic, but it's also okay to romanticize your life when it's helping you. Like if you have let's say you were always like, oh my God, now I need to go wash clothes. Oh my God, now I need to go do this. You're looking at it like, I'm grateful that I have clothes to wash. I'm grateful that I have a washer. I'm grateful that I have a house. Like you're in a different frequency, not that you're, lying to yourself. You're just looking at things from a much more positive place, and it's creating a good impact in your life. You're feeling a lot more, because this is Taurus energy, right? It's Venusian, so it's Libra Taurus energy. You're in a lot more of a blossoming energy. And again, it's not about the fact that this card shows up. It's not about denial, right? This is also Libra moon energy. So it's about seeing things from a different perspective. Libra has pros and cons, right? So now, whatever it is that you were replaying in your head, you're like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I was quote unquote used at some point, but that also means that I have a huge heart. So let's cherish that. And also, maybe I was taken advantage of at some point, but that also tells me that I just need to improve my boundaries. It's not that that's always going to happen. It just means that I need to improve in this area. So you're looking at things from a different perspective. Instead of scolding yourself and chewing yourself out, you're just like, okay, so this happened, so this tells me this. And you're not taking it like you're just, oh my God, I'm a weakling, I should have never done that. You're changing that perspective. And maybe before you were really, really hard on yourself, and now you're softening that, but in a positive way. It's not about being delusional, and it's not about sticking your head in the sand and avoiding reality. It's just that you went too far. You were too focused on your reality instead of looking at the positive side of things. So now you're shifting that. Clarify the Queen of Summer, Queen of Cups. The Chariot. I love that the Chariot came out twice. The Star. Nice. Clarify Queen of Cups. Oh, Three of Swords. Okay. With the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, the Unknown. So I've got to say that whoever you are looking up to, they might be the Empress. And you might have them on a pedestal. But it's working in your favor, as in, from this person, you're learning how to be the Queen of Wands. You're learning how to be the Queen of Pentacles. You're learning how to be the Queen of Cups. Wait, did I already say that? Oh, well, even if I did right. Like you're learning how to be a divine feminine. Let me put it that way. From whoever this is, you're taking lessons. because it's like they have the answers that you might have not had, but they're willing to share them. They're willing to, this is not somebody who would, just focus on themselves. They're sharing this knowledge, or maybe they're putting the information out in a specific way, like through podcasts, through books, through maybe posts, maybe this is a social media influencer, whatever it is that they're doing. It's showing you, if that person can do it, so can I. It's that chariot energy, right? This Empress energy is showing up as somebody who conquers whatever the fuck they want to conquer. And it's giving you hope and inspiration. Like, oh, well, that person once upon a time had codependency. That person once upon a time had wounds. That person once upon a time had this, had that. But they overcame it, so can I. And that's the right way to use it. It's like, it's not about envying somebody. It's about getting inspiration from what they were able to accomplish. We can too. And that's the right way to do it, Taurus. Good for you. So this is what I got for you. Hopefully this gave you confirmation or clarity, possibly guidance on whatever it is that you needed to know. I look forward to feedback. If you want to share in the comments down below how this resonated with you, I love reading those comments. And if you feel more comfortable just putting the emojis that are in the title, I'll take that. That still shows me you support all the time and energy that I put into these. And I look forward to feedback. Love you guys. Bye-bye.